And we're at Joshua chapter 11, verse 23. So Joshua took the whole land according to all that the Lord said unto Moses, and Joshua gave it for an inheritance unto Israel according to their divisions by their tribes, and the land rested from war. Notes. Now it is believed that this conquest took possibly from 5 to 7 years. And we'll start right on chapter 12. Now these are the kings of the land which the children of Israel smote, and possessed their land on the other side Jordan, toward the rising of the sun, from the river Arnon unto Mount Hermon, and all the plain on the east. Notes. Now as we study this chapter, we will find that where there was faithfulness, there was basically rest. But where Israel was disobedient, thereby not destroying all which they were commanded to destroy, there was compromise and there was defeat. Now this is an ever-present principle in the experience of any believer. To a mind which is governed by the spirit of this world, chapters in the Bible which contain lists of names they're very uninteresting, but not so to those who sit where Mary sat when she hungrily listened to Jesus Christ, Luke chapter 10, verse 38 through 42. Now, we hang with appetite over every word that the Holy Spirit has written, and consequently, these particular types of believers, well, the list of victories in this chapter is actually full of interest. Verse 2, and I certainly hope that you're very interested in what I'm teaching you. Verse 2. Sihon, king of the Amorites, who dwelt in Heshbon, and ruled from Aroer, which is upon the bank of the river Arnon, and from the middle of the river, and from half Gilead, even unto the river Jabbok, which is the border of the children of Ammon, and from the plain to the sea of Shinneroth, which would be the Sea of Galilee as we currently know it, on the east, and unto the sea of the plain, even the Salt Sea, which would be the Dead Sea, modern terminology, on the east, the way of Beth Jeshimoth, and from the south under Ashdoth Pisgah. Verse 4. And the coast of Og, king of Bashan, which was of the remnant of the giants, who dwelt at Ashtaroth and at Edrei, and reigned in Mount Hermon and in Salcah, and in all Bashan unto the borders of the Geshurites and the Maacathites, and half Gilead, the border of Sihon, king of Heshbon. Them did Moses, the servant of the Lord, let me read that again. Then did Moses, the servant of the Lord, and the children of Israel smite. And Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave it for a possession unto the Reubenites, and the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh. Verse 7, we're going to be reading about the west side of Jordan. And these are the kings of the country which Joshua and the children of Israel smote on this side Jordan on the west, from Baal-Gad in the valley of Lebanon, even unto the Mount Halak, that goes up to Seir, which Joshua gave unto the tribes of Israel for a possession according to their divisions. Verse 8. In the mountains, and in the valleys, and in the plains, and in the springs, and in the wilderness, and in the south country, the Hittites, the Amorites, and the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. The king of Jericho won. The king of Ai, which is beside Bethel, won. The king of Jerusalem won. The king of Hebron won. The king of Jarmuth won. The king of Lachish won. The king of Eglon won. The king of Gezer won. The king of Debir won. The king of Geder won. The king of Hormath won. The king of Arad won. The king of Libnah won. The king of Adullam won. The king of Makkedah won. The king of Bethel won. The king of Tappuah won. The king of Hepher was won. The king of Aphek won. The king of Lasharon won. The king of Madon won. The king of Hazor won. The king of Shimron Meron won. The king of Akshaph won. The king of Tanak won. The king of Megiddo won. The king of Kadesh won. The king of Jotneam of Carmel won. The king of Dor in the coast of Dar, 1. The king of the nations of Gilgal, 1. The king of Tirzah, 1. All the kings, 30-1. Notes. Boy, and I'm tired of saying 1. On the wilderness side of Jordan, Israel conquered only 2 kings, and on the Canaan side, 31. So it is in the Christian life. Those who are satisfied to stop short of claiming and enjoying all the exceeding great and precious promises of the new covenant win but very few victories over sin and self over the world, but those who go on unto perfection win many victories. Read Hebrews chapter 6 right off the get-go. Now it is encouraging and touching to read of these 31 victories so definitely and individually recorded. There were not just 30 victories, but 31. Each several victory was important in the eyes of God and precious to the heart of God, however uninteresting and small they might appear to man. No victory over the enemy is small in God's mind. After all, souls hang in the balance. Chapter 13. Now Joshua was old and stricken in years, and the Lord said unto him, You are old and stricken in years, and there remains yet very much of the land to be possessed. Notes. Now, Joshua at this time was 101 years of age, and his battery's getting a little bit rusty. The account in this chapter given to us concerning the possession of the land, or the lack thereof, points to every believer that which the Lord has prepared for us. However, there are enemies between the promise and the possession, and we're going to find that out firsthand by reading this. Now, God has a perfect plan for us, but regrettably, so few of us press through to that perfect plan. We all too often stop short. The words, there remains yet very much land to be possessed, should strike long, hard, and true to the heart of every believer. Verse 2. This is the land that yet remains, all the borders of the Philistines and all Geshuri. Notes. Now you have to keep in mind also that this is the Holy Spirit who is delineating these things. Verse 3. My voice is starting to delineate. Verse 3. From Sihor, which is before Egypt, even unto the borders of Ekron northward, which is counted to the Canaanite, 5 lords of the Philistines, the Gazathites, and the Ashtathites, the Ashkelonites, the Gittites, and the Erkanites, also the Avites. From the south, all of the land of the Canaanites, and the Mir, that is beside the Sidonians, unto Aphek, to the borders of the Amorites. And the land of the Gibeonites, and all Lebanon, toward the sunrising, from Baal-Gad under Mount Hermon unto the entering unto Hamath. All the inhabitants of the hill country from Lebanon unto Misrephoth Maim, and all the Sidonians, them will I drive out from before the children of Israel. Only divide you it by lot unto the Israelites for an inheritance, as I have commanded you. Verse 7. Now therefore divide this land for an inheritance unto the 9 tribes, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, with whom the Reubenites and the Gadites have received their inheritance, which Moses gave them beyond Jordan eastward, even as Moses the servant of the Lord gave them. Verse 9. From Aroer, that is upon the bank of the river Arnon, and the city that is in the midst of the river, and the plain of Medeba unto Dibon. Well, regrettably, we must pick up in Joshua chapter 13, verse 10. Thank you very much, and God bless, and you stay in His Word. Thank you very much.